My girlfriend went to Indiana University. That's her. And spoiler alert, it's what that school gets, one woo. And but she said, I want to go back to the campus and I want to show you around. I said, awesome, great, whatever. And so we went, and we did have a good time, but I made the fatal error of, since it is 420 today, you know, it makes sense. But I did make the fatal error that day. We just blazed one. We were strapped to a bong like Jabba the Hutt that day. And then we went around walking around, and you get hungry, you know, and so I said, hey, let's go to this place. So we went to this little Greek place. And I am like off my gourd, okay? So we're sitting there in this booth, and I'm just kind of looking around, and the girl hasn't come by yet. And my girlfriend goes, I'm gonna go to the ladies' room. Cool. So I'm there, and I look on the wall, and apparently the guy who owns this restaurant runs a girls' Little League softball team. And the wall is covered with photos of this softball team. Little girls, right? Cute as a button. Apparently they won a lot of trophies taller than them. I left out the part, by the way, of this story where that morning, because we were going to be going on a road trip and having fun, I fully shaved my right? Maintenance. Right next to godliness. So I'm high, and I'm itchy as a waitress, time elapsed, still hasn't come by yet, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. I got a minute here, I can get a good scratch in, okay? A good scratch would have been fine, but I was digging like I was looking for the Shroud of Turin, man. I was in there like that French guy was looking for the Ark of the Covenant. I pulled a layer of skin. I'm joking about that. There's no skin removal, but just to drive the point home. So I am elbow deep in my own junk, right? Because and I realized then that I'm laying back and staring at the photos of the Little League girls baseball team. And then the waitress comes by with the bread. Needless to say, I've never returned to Bloomington, Indiana. I went tanning earlier in the week, can you tell? Wait. Can you tell? I know, it's kind of f***ed up, but it's, you know, whatever, winter in the Midwest, and it's not summer yet or whatever, so. And I only went because a buddy of mine goes, hey, I have a couple extra tans, and he was moving or something, so he's like, I gotta use them up. I go, okay, cool. But I'm a little nervous about it, so I said, well, you know, what about the, and he goes, because you read all these stories, right? Is it tanning awful? And we've all seen the Jersey Shore kids. Just, evidently it gets you pregnant, knocked up out of nowhere. And I said, well, I'm a little worried about, you know, the twig and berries. And he goes, just put a sock on that. Really? A sock? Who knew? Because, you know, you read stories about how if you have your cell phone next to your head for too long, you'll have a tumor that makes you look like the Elephant Man. Or when you get your x-rays taken to the dentist, they put that Superman Kevlar vest on you for a small x-ray. But evidently, you don't want to worry about, you know, burning your balls off. Just put a sock on there, you know? 10 years later, Alan, you've got cancer of the testicles. Doc, how could that be? I put a sock on my balls. It was gold toe.